All right, I think we're live, so this will be the first edition of a Gun Channels University uh, Gun Channels Navigation, I guess we're going to call it. So one of the moderators on Gun Channels, Dr. Nell, came up with a great idea to have some uh, tour type of navigation videos and have them done as a collaboration like this. So uh, I guess this is the first one, so there was no like setup or anything, but I don't know if you guys are able to screen share. But if you want, go ahead and screen share, and then we can compare and use the visual side of these live chats to show where we are. So I guess I'll start by screen sharing myself here, and here we are. Close that. So we've got when you log into Gun Channels, we'll go to that page. So I guess we'll start there. Where should we go on this first edition of Gun Channels Navigation?
I guess channels.
Sounds logical. So I guess to begin, we've got the menu at the top. I hopefully don't have to explain that to people. We've got try to keep it limited to just the four sort of sections of the website. The first one is that the stuff you can do, hang out and participate in. Second one is a growing section called resources, and then this third one is another one that's always going to be growing, and that's where we kind of archive, or not really archive because we're not holding them here. We're just helping to sort and organize the various types of gun-related media that's out there. So we're going to go under the community one here, and the first one is sort of what we're doing here, and this is probably where we will end up posting the video, but we're going to go to the second one down, channels. So as a member of Gun Channels, you come to the website as a visitor and you can look around and explore and pretty much go anywhere you want. What you'll be limited to is interactions. You'll be able to see anything you want and navigate around. It's just that you won't be able to participate in the chat rooms, for example, or like the instant messages like I just popped up on the screen there, the buddy list and that kind of thing, just because you're not a member. How could the computer know who you are? We're not NSA, we're not watching who you are, so you can interact with the website like you would with any other website. However, if you'd like to log in, sign in, I guess I can't show that. I'm not logged out right now. I guess I could log out, but I don't want to live. So if one of you guys wants to log out and show what it's like to log in, basically you'll come to a different screen when you come to Gun Channels for the first time, but as you start to navigate, the screens will look the same as ours. Once you log in, however, you'll be a member, and you'll have a member account. And just like on Facebook, everybody has a member account. On Gun Channels, though, we also have another level or another way to participate with the website called channels. Very much like on Facebook, there's pages on Facebook, or on YouTube, there are YouTube channels, but you have a G Plus account. You're a member of Google Plus, and you use G Plus as you use YouTube channel as a channel that you run from your member of G Plus. So it's kind of the same concept. You can create channels either as yourself, sort of for yourself or for your identity or your brand or whatever, or like a business, or like a shared interest. So I guess, Moon, you brought it up. I don't have to say everything here. What do you do when you dig into the channel section of the site?
I usually I'll go look up channels if I know there's a live event, or I'll see if anybody made any new channels. Like Crash and Burn is a new channel that hosts a live event on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, it just ended a little while ago. At least where we're at doing this live. So the channels are just a list. So yeah, like right now I'm looking at the list and it's going to show me the featured ones first, the channels that basically are doing something, they're moving and shaking. So we put them at this featured level status basically. So like Moon just said, if you're looking for something that's going on, these are the channels that are pretty much doing stuff all the time. But then as you get down to a certain level, you'll get used to it, I guess, where the featured channels end, which I guess is pretty much where I Hate Guns is. I think I put as the last one there right now. And these are all the new channels. So you're saying that these are the newer ones. There's probably a way to sort them. I should probably know how to browse my own thing here, but I bet you if we went over to channel home up at the top here, we could probably browse by most recent, exactly. So there's lots of different ways to browse through channels, and there's lots of different channels. Does it tell us anywhere how many channels there are? Probably tells us.
Uh, One thing too is that if you were to go, like, say if you wanted like a channel, like you missed today's chat on Yankee's channel or Yankee Marshall, you could click on that, and I think it'll have the most recent video for him too.
Yeah,
And
good point. So I'm starting at the main page again, and you've got some stuff happening here. I guess we'll talk about that in a minute. But you click on channels, and then Yankee starts with a T because it's the Yankee Marshall. Otherwise, you can scroll down a little bit and just see he's right here because he's a featured channel. So once you open up his channel page, it's just like going to a YouTube channel, right? There's a bunch of stuff that has Yankee Marshall written on it. So if we go down a little bit, that's the show that he had a little bit earlier today, really just before this show. And like you said, it's going to be here until he does another show. So I'll be here for 2 weeks until he does a show again 2 weeks from now on Thursday. And you just push the button and watch the show, right?
hmm
I'm not going to force anybody to watch a Yankee Marshall show, especially the one that I was in. But then you've also got the chat room underneath. So we've talked about that before. When you do the live stuff, we've got the chat rooms or whatever. But the channels are more than just live stuff. So, for example, on Yankee's channel, he's got a photograph area. You can see who follows his page or who has become a member of his page. And that way you can interact with them, find out who's crazy or not for watching Yankee. I got extra stuff on my screen, so if any of you guys want to screen share, I'm going to click on Kisan's page here. Because I got extra buttons, and that could be confusing, I think.
So here's the basic login for it. When you click on gunchannels.com, it brings you up to here. If you're not a member, it'll ask you. I mean, if you are a member, it'll ask you to sign in, even if you're not a member. So all you do is, again, you can create an account that's not based through Facebook, or you can create an account based through Facebook. So all you gotta do is just type in your email and then just sign in, and then it brings you to the home screen of your, like, kind of like your news feed. So again, there's my this is the news feed of, like, the most recent activities done through Gun Channels itself. So it brings it down. So here's all my friends over here. Again, if you look up top right here, this you have your name and then your avatar. Again, it has your updates, so then 0 updates or whatever it is. And
Here, I'm going to send you a message, though, so people can see what it looks like when you get one of those.
Oh, so again, down here is your chat, and again, like G-Webs right here, he sent me hello. It popped up, but I clicked out of it on accident. So again, here, like, you can send via just private messages. So again, just like the Facebook Messenger, we have that right there. Again.
Okay, I'm going to send you a message through the actual thing that you were talking about up at the top there. So now that I sent you, it's basically like an internal email. It's
a private message.
Yeah.
So that one, the bottom right here, this bottom one is just like a chat.
It's a buddy, like the AOL buddy list, and it's like having an instant message, where the other one is.
And the other one right here, if you look right here, this update became green and it has one to update. So if you click on it, it's going to show you GWebs has sent me a message, and I can click and view the message on it right there. So then it brings me into another window, or another, I guess, link, and it has an actual private message. So again, this could be only viewed through this, I guess, form compared to being a private message on.
Right. And the difference is that when we send a private message like this, one, you have the whole WYSIWYG editor thing there, so you change the fonts and add pictures, and it's actually like setting up a little internal email, but it's permanent. In other words, it's there, it's archived, so every time you go to that message box, if you didn't delete them, they're still going to be there. The instant messages are more like the old AOL instant messages or buddy lists or whatever, where they don't. They fade away at some point. You know, they have a cache, and at some point it fills, and then it starts to drop off the other end as you type in this end. So they're less permanent. So if you're sending an email to somebody, you want to do it through the message way so that it stays in the system, so you can always reference it.
So again, right here is just my inbox, sent messages, so the messages I sent to. and then just to compose a message. So you just want to send it to someone. Yeah, just like a basic email. And then again, just to go to the home page, you just click Begin Channels up top.
Well, I don't know if we want to keep going. I mean, like I said, I don't want to make these things so overwhelming that they're like an hour lecture or something. So that was a little introduction, and we probably will get these things a little bit more refined. But go ahead.
You should tell people how to turn off the notification sound.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do like the instant messages as a whole separate one. So we've already kind of confused the thing by touching on channels and membership and both the private messages and the instant messages. So hopefully that gave people a little introduction that there's a lot going on. Well, I'm saying whatever. I'm going to go ahead and just break my own rule here and just go back to my screen here. This is Kisan's page, right? So I had to come to his page to send him that private message. So we've got a couple of things going on again. The instant message is down here, and that's where I'm going to message him again. And that'll pop up on the bottom of his screen, and this is the more temporary of the two. And again, we can get into this because we have video conferencing in there and stuff. So there's a whole big powerful thing there. But if I want to just send him a more permanent... Shit, sorry, I just... sorry, I unfriended you. Can you go ahead and friend me again? So
sure.
then I'll message him, and this is more of an email. Like so. Oops. And so, and I can add all kinds of stuff to that, and then it goes to him, and he has it archived. That's one of the things you can do through his member page. But he's also. Do you have your photo or your Instagram hooked up? No, you don't. So let's go to Moon's channel. Oh, that was your member page anyway. That was your, so anyway, I was going to say let's look at some of the different kind of channels because they're definitely different types of channels, and they're not all live events or anything. So I'm going to go to the dogs one. It's just a bunch of pictures of dogs, really, and people that like dogs. So I imagine if there's some kind of dog news or something, we could post it in here. We can post videos if we want, and we can, again, see who's all a member of this channel. And if you are new to gun channels, and let's say you like revolvers or 1911s or something, and you find a 1911 channel, this is the way to help find new members. Or if there's a chat room in here, you dig in, and this way you're chatting with people of similar interests. There's channels for other things like Florida Carry, the nonprofit organization that works for gun owners' rights in Florida. They've got a channel. Hopefully, we'll see more of those come on in the future. So organizations can be represented here. And well, let's go to We Like Shooting. They're a big. Everybody knows who We Like Shooting is, and they're a good example because they know what they're doing, and they've changed the color. They've put in a nice thing. They've kind of branded it to their own thing, so you're on the We Like Shooting channel, And again, they've got the chat room and everything, but you can go in and look at their archives and other stuff that they may post as well. So there's lots of stuff going on in the channels. Some of them, I guess, let's go to giveaway. That's a different kind of channel. We always give away patches and stuff, so we have a channel for that, and it's mostly a bunch of just information. So if you just wanted to get some information out there and put it somewhere, this is build a channel and put it there. It doesn't cost anything to build a channel, and I guess we haven't addressed that. If you want to build a channel, as long as you're a member, so that it has a place to associate the channel with, you come up here and you click on create a channel, and you create a channel. You can decide if you want your channel to be private or public. You can decide where it's going to live in the gun channel structure, give it some branding with pictures and whatnot, and again, you can choose it to be open to the public, like everybody that is in gun channels is welcome to join, or if it's something you've got some other plan in mind and you want to restrict who can join to be invite only, you can do that. You can make it private. You can really have some fun with it, and hopefully, again, we built all this to facilitate new projects and new ideas and stuff, and getting people together to work on things. So I don't know what's going with that. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I don't want to get too detailed. I built the place, so it's going to be pretty easy for me to get into it. Hopefully that didn't create more questions than it solved or answered. Leave us some feedback in the description, I guess, or even better, over on Gun Channel somewhere. You know us. It's I guess we didn't introduce everybody here. The G is just the Gun Channels account. That's not an actual person right now. Kisan is the guy who was talking a minute ago. Got Moon, who's also talking a minute ago. And Wayne, have you said anything?
Not yet.
Okay, well now you got paid for this video. So now that's the four of us that are in here, and you can see us online. We're pretty much always online all the time. So feel free to ask questions if you've got them, and we'll do more of these. And by giving us some questions and some feedback, we'll make these things better. So, like I say, it's tough for me. I built the place. I literally know it upside down, backwards, and forward. So I know where to show you guys stuff, but I don't necessarily know what's hard to find. So you guys can fill in those gaps for us, and we'll try to keep these things short and sweet and consistent. So we'll try to keep doing them for Thursdays for sure, and perhaps even more. And if you're interested in seeing one on a specific topic, you do not have to wait for us to do one of these. Please don't feel like that's a necessity. If you are interested in how to set up an item in the trading post and you're not totally sure how to do it because I did not build it well enough to describe it for you, please encourage one of us in the lobby or on the main page or however you want to contact one of us to do one on that, and we'll probably open one up if we can right then and have you in the thing with us so that we can hopefully solve your specific question and in the process answer that question that probably other people have or will have. So hopefully we're using this medium to explain this medium so that everybody can start using this medium to win the internet, right? And freedom in the respect of individual gun ownership. So thanks everybody for joining Gun Channels and the support that you have given it. It's kicking butt and we're getting bigger all the time. So give us some feedback, and until next time. And now remember that the thing is on the other computer, and we'll turn it off over there.